Hello, I'm Vadini Arya. In this video, I'm going to talk about a child loses the mother at childbirth. How is the mindset? A child's mindset if the mother dies at childbirth. There is no doubt mother's love for the child not replaced by anything in anyone's life. The mental weakness starts as soon as the mother disappears, even though the child has an excellent father. Partnering is not an easy task. Parenting is not an easy task and even more difficult for a single parent. Some believe that a man does not have qualities as a woman is in looking after kids, but I'm not sure whether this is true. When a new baby left with no mother but with a father, there is no doubt the father has too many responsibilities as he also goes out to work to bring money to support the family. He has to. Emotional security of the baby. There is no doubt that the baby will feel insecure in the absence of the mother. Besides, they will miss an essential thing that is a breast milk. That means the baby will have emotional and health issues from the start of its life. Items will be more complicated if the father has other kids as well. Therefore, the grandparents have to look after the baby and the other kids as well. When the grandparents give more attention to the baby, the other kids bound to feel negligence. As a result, all the kids and the baby will be emotionally affected and start to live in fear. Grandparents with the baby. When the mother dies, the baby will lose the most important and healthy food, the breast milk. So the baby has to start straight away with the bottled juice, which is not suitable for the baby. Therefore, in the absence of the father, the grandparents will look after the baby if they are around. In many families, the grandparents might be too old and unhealthy to look after them, even though they have the best interest at heart for the child. The times would have changed when compared to the times when they brought up their children. Are the grandparents aware of the new style of parenting? Therefore, the grandparents might not be aware of the changes and the parental style to look after the baby. They might be making some sound effects for the babe, for the child, and at the same time, they might be making mistakes as well, which will have long-term impact on the baby. It is a real factor that nobody could love and discipline, but the grandparents will only give love and affection, but will not discipline the child when growing up. Auntie with the baby. My mother's sister looked after me after my mother died. I do not think that my mother my father liked it very much, but he did not have an alternative. Then my father decided to get me back in the end, but my aunt refused to give me back to my dad. In the end, he got me back after a long battle. I continued to visit her until I finished high school, even though my father was not in good terms with them. I was growing up with no confidence and felt the lack of support all the time. If the child grows with the mother, the child will always have the feeling of security. Father and the baby. Sometimes the father can get stressed after work and display a feeling of anger towards the child. And it could be harmful, very harmful. If that sort of situation continues, the child will be at risk, particular risk. That is, losing a mother at an early stage is one of the most stressful life events a person can have. It completely rips apart the fabric of the child's life. The motherless daughter could become more vulnerable and more exposed to sexual abuse by the father or stepfather. Eventually, the possibility in the child's mental state and the physical state gets affected. A good father's challenges. If the mother dies, children will continuously face challenges in their life. Sometimes it will make some children become more robust and prepare themselves to overcome the obstacles in a healthy way. Mother gives comfort, care, and love. The father gives a sense of fearless life. Having said that, all these, I cannot rule out the children will be unsuccessful if the mother is not there, not around. Mother died when I was 48 days old. I grew up with my father. I would say that he did his best for me. I do not like to think that I'm unsuccessful in my life compared to many other people out there. The only solution is if the father wants to bring up a child and if he can afford it, it is better to hire dedicated, reliable people to look after the baby under his control. If I summarize all this, a motherless child will grow up with no confidence, lack of social skills, and numerous difficulties. I have to I have no bitterness towards anyone as my father was an excellent man and my bad luck the mother died so early. I hope you like this video if you also grew up without your mother. I'm sure you will like it. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you. I hope you will subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you. Bye for now. Talk soon.